Okay, had a feeling here. I think on Twitch my stream may have restarted, but it looks like on the other websites it may not have. So hopefully people are still with me. We don't have the greatest internet here, and I do my best with it. Now, so we got a new follower on Twitch, Viola Stern. Thank you very much for the new follow on Kick. I said Twitch, I meant Kick. And thank you very much for tuning in. Greatly appreciated. I hope you are enjoying the show. I'm enjoying the show because I'm playing guitar. I'm good. If you ever wonder, what should I do now? Playing guitar is probably the right answer. This next piece is called Beyond the Other Side of Silence. Dermot1, thank you for the follow on Kick. That's 3 new followers already today on Kick, a new follower on Twitch. Strong start. I usually don't even get any viewers in my first like 4 or 5 songs, so this is freaking awesome. Thank you very much, everyone. Greatly appreciate it. Would love to have a larger community. I'm really enjoying the growth and participation on Kick.com. That is definitely my fastest growing platform. I do stream out to 15 different platforms currently, and I just realized that I did not finish setting up Rumble correctly. So people could be chatting on Rumble and I wouldn't know it. And the reason that I do things like that is because I am a dork. At least I've got a pretty solid reason there, yeah? Okay. Let's see what we can do with this. This will only take a moment. Thank you for your patience and understanding, all you fine, lovely people out there. And there's that. Cool. And I've only ever had one chatter on Rumble. I think this is like my 4th stream on Rumble. I'm pretty new at this one. So not a huge deal most likely. But I don't like to miss chats. I had someone actually host in on Kick, probably 2 weeks ago. And unfortunately the Kick chat was not working at the time. And I was like, no. And hopefully they heard me once I found the mistake. But hey, we got it rolling now. And so we'll do what we can. Look, I'm gonna have to kick my smoke off a little more often. I got my air conditioner running today. It's pretty warm out here in Eastern Washington. Washington, as my mom would say. Eastern Washington, where I live. Nice and toasty out. Really not too bad, mid-80s. But I do get pretty toasty doing these streams. Somewhat energetic little guy on stage. Looks like we got a little slower song coming up here. We're in C sharp minor. If you want to grab your violas and your double basses and your double contrabass saxophones and play along. C sharp minor, this is called Imminent Decay. couple of things are working here. Because I do sometimes. Oh, there is. Okay. Steven, just noticed that you are on Facebook. Okay, I need to rearrange some chats. Let me refresh this. All right. And Steven says, is that an ornamental or functioning scythe? Either way, you are certainly reaping a succulent crop of metal. Love it. Also, I dare you to write and perform over a progression using only major 7 chords. Noted. Only major 7 chords. So if I'm diatonic, I would be the 1 and 4. Of course, substitution chord, only major 7s. Whew. It's certainly not going to be much of a metal song. I know you've asked about major 7 chords before. Dominant 7 chords, much easier to work with in about any genre of music, really. Major 7 chords have just such an upbeat, happy sound. It's definitely not a Randy sound. But let me see what I can do for you, my friend. You know, Steven, I've been meaning to text you. You and I should do a video chat soon. There's a couple of things I wanted to talk to you about. And we will discuss more in person, hopefully soon. Let's refresh a couple of things here because I did have some internet. Oh, that wasn't what I was looking for at all. That was not what I was looking for. So I use the Vivaldi browser for my chat. And I don't know why, but sometimes when you refresh a page, it shuts down every single page. You have every tab, every window that you have open, it just shuts them down. So, okay, that's not it. Where is? I'm gonna have to reopen Vivaldi because without that, I don't see some of the chats for sure. Major 7 chords. So, okay, let me get this back open, and then I'm going to ask you a question, Steven. All right, there's that. There's that. All right. There's that. Again, thank you for your patience through my technical difficulties of a technically difficult nature. Where a tile? Okay. The reason I use Vivaldi, it's got this really awesome feature where you can tile your tabs. So I've got like one window here and it has 3 different tabs and they're all in columns. And so I've got my live space chat, my Rumble chat, and my Facebook chat up here right now. Cool. Oh, that didn't work. Not what we're looking for. Let's try this again. I'm just over here like punching myself in the face. Have a good show, Randy. Okay. So here's my question for you, Steven. I think I've got things back up in order. I'm going to punch myself in the head a few more times before I get this next song going, I'm sure. So my question for you, El Stephanopoulos, is would it be acceptable to do just a portion of a song, or do I need to do the entire song? And that's something else I want to talk to you about on chat, because there's a clue in there as to something that's going to happen in the near future. So let's chat, baby. All right. And let's grab a guitar pick. Whew, get myself centered. Center my chi energy. Put on my tinfoil hat. And rock out. Oh, now, okay, now that should be fine there. Okay, cool. Portion of Randy. Name your next album. Actually, my next 3 albums are already named. Album number 67 is going to be named Twice Upon a Time. Album 68, which is my fourth 17th album as part of the Asymmetric Writings series, so it will be titled Asymmetric Writings. And my 69th album is going to be titled Pink, and it's going to be spelled Pinque. Can't get us any kind of an innuendo out of that, can we? Okay. But I will, Portion of Randy. I will put that on the list, baby. All right. Okay, Times of Turmoil is what I'm going to attempt to play now. And the way my brain just went on the last 5 minutes, we'll see if I still even know what a guitar is. Here we go. I know what a guitar is, but apparently I don't know what an E Phrygian key is because I just started an F sharp Phrygian. So let's try this again, shall we? Okay, let's see just how much of an airhead I can be all day long today. I don't think there's probably anyone still watching. Actually, I see Rootman just came in on Twitch. Thanks for coming in, Rootman. Good to see you back. Welcome back to the Mad Poet Show. And welcome to the Mad Poet Show, anyone who's still out there watching after that absolute train on fire went running through my studio, throwing sticks at me. Oh, I love tech troubles. It's good times. It's fun for the kids. That's the important part. Notice my wireless is still cutting out at times. I wish I could figure out, this seems like there's some sort of interference or something. I don't know where it might be coming from. Like right now, it looks like for a few seconds there it was cutting out. There's a little meter I can see, but I've been unable to determine what's going on. I will keep trying to figure it out. So if things sound wonky and cutting out at times, that is probably what's going on. Let's see what we can do here. The tech issues show. My lights have all been behaving today, so that's cool. Nice of them. Let's keep this party going here. This next one is called A Path of Shadows. This album always seems to be a little bit wonky to play. There's definitely some. My albums are not all created equally. Just did it again. I was noticing that my chat for LiveSpace was not working, so I went to refresh it, and I know that I need to click in the address bar and hit enter instead of refreshing, so I gotta open Vivaldi again. I'm just gonna refer to this as the technical difficulties show. It's not the first technical difficulties show that I've ever done. So again, I thank you for your patience while I stand here and prove to the world that I can be a complete knob. Okay. Let's see if we can get going here. Come on, little computer. Whew. I don't know if I'm actually still streaming right now. I really don't know what's going on. I mean, I usually don't know what's going on, but I way more than normal don't know what's going on. This is like some serious lack of knowing what's going on here. Okay, I need to just pull up a page here. Let's see if anything's happening on Kick. Whoa! Slow down, little Randy. Am I live on Kick? Okay, I am live on Kick. Good. If Kick's working. That's kind of my main one these days. Woohoo! Yeah. Randy be getting after it. I gotta get this re-going on LiveSpace. Okay. And bless you too, Root Man. Thank you very much. So yeah, look like I'm back up on LiveSpace. Apologies if I missed any chats anywhere. It's entirely possible that I have, because I have basically done just about everything wrong that I possibly can with my chat system today. And let's see if we can't just keep that going and make this whole thing just go completely crazy. Whew. Trying again. There we go. All right. Love it. This is awesome. Okay. Keep it together, little Randy. You can do this. For anyone who's just coming in, I am the Mad Poet. You are an audience. We are the Mad Poet Society. I need some water. Fortunately, I've got some. This has been just a complete technical difficulties set of hilarity going on here throughout the last hour or so that I've been playing. So we're going to see if we can't coalesce this into some sort of a legitimate stream. Actually, Cody Judah. Judah Raid. Did I get a raid? Awesome. Judah, thank you so much for the raid with 13 people. I don't think I've ever had that many people watching me on Kick before. That's awesome. Fairly new to Kick. Well, I guess everyone's fairly new to Kick. So as I was just saying, this has been like a complete technical difficulties madhouse. We're doing well. Actually, Cody Judah, thank you so much for the raid. So right now, for my new viewers, we are playing my 21st album, which is titled The Innocent Assassin. You can probably guess from the appearance, I'm a bit of a metal guy. After this, we're going to be playing my 53rd album, which is titled Partially Inexplicable, is the title of that album. And yeah, the show has just been completely wonky today, so I'm trying to coalesce everything into some sort of reasonable scenario here. We're going to slow it down a little bit. This is one of my slower songs. And this is kind of an interesting one because I have particular instructions in here for how I will go about my improvisational guitar solos. And I do some slightly off-kilter stuff from what I normally do. Let's see what we can make happen with this. Again, thank you very much for the raid. Greatly appreciate it. I think you're only like the second person who's raided me on here. That's super awesome. So let's do this. This song is called The War of the Black Tower. All right. Actually, Cody Judah says, I thought it was fitting to go to musicians since we have the cool EP release on 7 July. Do I do strictly music? Yeah, for my streams, pretty much music streaming. This album is a fair representation of the kind of music I do. We are on a slower portion of it. We're going to get it bumped back up here, I believe, after the next song. I have a total of 66 albums that I have released. I'm currently working on albums 67 through 70. And instrumental metal is kind of what I do. Every once in a while, maybe once every couple weeks, I do a stream where I'm composing. And so I'll pull up sheet music on the screen, kind of more like this kind of a thing, and kind of walk people through what I do as far as putting my albums together. Occasionally I'll do production streams where I will be working on a mix or some sort of production aspect. And very occasionally I will do an exercise stream or a kitchen stream. So I'll be up in the kitchen making a pizza or maybe some cookies for my daughter or whatever. And then I haven't done an exercise stream in a while. I used to do a few more of those. I've had some Achilles heel troubles going on, and so I've been running, but I haven't been rope jumping. And rope jumping is usually what I do. I think one stream I did an hour and 15 minutes of nonstop rope jumping on stream. That was really fun. So it's good stuff. I enjoy it. And now, yeah, I'm also making myself hungry. I actually haven't had a pizza in like 6 weeks because Sarah and I have been going keto, and all of the keto pizza crusts basically suck. So we'll see how that works out. I am itching for a pizza. It is. When I get done with the stream today, I'll probably go out for a run. I usually run about 5 miles a day. Who else we got? We got Cat Daddy Carlos says this is fire. Thank you very much. And we've got a Silver the T1 new follower on Kick. Thank you so much. Zarniver coming back. Hello. How goes things today? Things are going crazy today, Zarniver. Going absolutely crazy. I've been having tech issues through my entire show. I've been shutting my chat windows down accidentally and just basically being a total dork. In other words, I'm the mad poet. Okay, so this is a little bit of a slower piece here. Zarniver just got home. Actually, Cody Judah asks me. I'm not sure what that is a reference to. Yeah, as far as Twitch versus Kick, so I'm actually streaming to 15 different platforms. I multi-stream like very heavily. And I've been on Twitch for a little over 3 years, and I've only got like 160 followers on there. I've never gained any traction on there at all. I've been on Kick for less than a month, and I'm over 70 already. I mean, that was like, I don't think in my first year of Twitch I had 70 followers. So I'm really digging Kick. It's been really good to me. I have had to ban more people. It seems like there is a lot of people seem to think that Kick doesn't have a terms of service, so they can just come in and do anything they want. Which is unfortunate. There is a terms of service. It doesn't seem to be heavily moderated. But Zarniver's right, a little bit of the Wild West here. But overall, I mean, I think that the platform is awesome. For the most part, the community has been great. I've interacted with a few other streamers who have been just totally awesome. Darth Rips is one who he and I stop in each other's streams quite a bit. And I've seen a few really awesome musicians on here. There's a guy named Benji Rivas, I think his name is. He's freaking amazing. So yeah, And Zarniver's right. Good people are good people, and those are the ones that I interact with. So, cool. Well, actually, Cody Judah, thank you so much for introducing your community to me. And I haven't actually figured out how to do the raid system on here yet because I'm so new at it. It's probably pretty easy. I just got to look for it. But yeah, thank you very much for being a part of my community as well and introducing your people. So, now this next song I'm going to play. This is the only song I've ever released that has an alternate version. And if you go to my YouTube channel, or if it's easier, go to themadpoet.net, and every one of my songs is on there. All 66 of my albums are available. They're just embedded YouTube videos. And this one in particular, this is my 21st album. The album's called Innocent Assassin. On the main page of themadpoet.net, just all my album covers. Click on this one. And this has an alternate version of it, which I did with an acoustic guitar. And I've been meaning to do the alternate version live, but I always have I'm not set up for my acoustic guitar today. I'm for that system. So I'm going to play kind of the original version, though I think that the alternate version is a little bit cooler, actually. It is a slower piece. It's got a pretty creepy vibe to it, and I feel like the title is really appropriate here. This piece is called The Undertaker's Daughter. Yeah, Darth Rips. I was just talking about Darth. I was just talking about you right before that song, Darth Rips. Thanks for coming in. I was mentioning how much I like your stream. Very cool. Zarber, yeah, last time I was here, the vibes were great to just relax. Actually, Cody Judas said, lovely vibes. Thank you very much, everyone, so much for coming in. Did I get another raid? Because I got like more people watching all of this. This is so cool. Dude, Kick has just been like so freaking awesome. I don't see another raid in here, but yeah, this is. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in. I'm totally digging Kick. Totally awesome. All right, so I had a bunch of people come in, and we were kind of on a bit of a slower bit here. Cat Daddy Carlos says, rocking out while cleaning. Hey, got to keep your house clean, baby. Do it. Like I said, we're in a slower pace. But we're done with that now. We're picking it up. We're picking up the pace, kids. Last song was about The Undertaker's daughter. This song is called The Silence of the Graveyard. Well, I haven't screwed anything up in like 2 songs, so let's see how I can handle things over the next few minutes here. Air conditioner's running, but it is toasty in here. Whew. Oh yeah. All right. So we got one more song left on this album. Then we're going to switch over to Partially Inexplicable, which is my 53rd album. And this song in particular, the feel of this, I really like the kind of crescendo nature that I created throughout this song. What I've got going on here is it starts out with just your standard rock ensemble. Well, it starts with just drums, then the bass and guitars come in. And then as the sections repeat, more and more elements come in. So I bring in a string section, bring in some more string section, I bring in organ, bring in some brasses. So by the end of it, it's just this massive thing of just this whole orchestrated craziness. And at the very end, it just drops off back to the rock ensemble, guitars, bass, drums. Love the feel of this. Listen for those elements coming in to really get the sense of what's going on with this song. Overall, I think this album has some of my better song titles. Last song in this album, it's called Broken Bones Sit Upon Shattered Thrones. We got another new follower on Kick. Awesome. Ryan Shennett. Again, apologies for all of the usernames that I undoubtedly pronounced incorrectly. But thank you very much, everyone, for being here. That is the end of my 21st album. Let's make the switch over here. And we're going to pop over to my 53rd album, which is titled Partially Inexplicable. And this, I did a really good thing last night. And I switched the cursor that shows up over my recording program, and I can actually see my cursor now, which is freaking amazing. Okay. And we got vocals there. Good. I still do have 4 monitors, which means it's easy to lose my cursor. Let's get the sheet music popped back open here. It's coming up. Let's get some more water. Everyone should get water. Whew. I love me some water. All right, and Partially Inexplicable live. Got the files opened up. Okie doke. I think we are rolling, kids. Another album to do. This one's called Partially Inexplicable. The first song on this album is called Mistaken Identity. Prentice says, this is great. And also, Apprentice, thank you very much for the follow on Kick.com. I believe that may put me up over 75. It took me I think it was like a year and a half before I had 75 followers on Twitch. And I've been on Kick for like a month and I've got this. Again, just totally digging Kick.com. For those who may be new here, I'm the Mad Poet. You are an audience. We are the Mad Poet Society. I'm streaming out to 15 different platforms. And right now we are playing my 53rd album titled Partially Inexplicable. Thank you very much, everyone, for the new follows, all my new viewers today, and my chatters on, all over the place. Kick.com has totally been popping off. I got people watching on LiveSpace, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. This has been an awesome stream. It's been crazy with technical difficulties, partially from me being a dork, partially from my wireless cutting out. I really wish I could work out the wireless issues. I'm going to continue to work on that and hopefully figure something out, but we're making the best of it. And excellent. So thank you everyone for being here so much. I'm really not accustomed to the kind of numbers that I'm seeing right now. So if anyone has questions at any time from any platform, the only platform where I'm definitely unable to see your chat is Afrika.tv. There is a note on there about that. Todd from LiveSpace says 53rd album. Wow. Yeah, Todd, I don't know if you know this. I've actually released 66 albums thus far. And concurrently working on albums 67 through 70. I've got at least a little bit done on each of those 4 albums. Album 67 is kind of special. I've mentioned this before. On that album, which is going to be titled Twice Upon a Time, there is a song that's a tribute to a former guitar mentor of mine. And so that song is going to be, that song is, I'm almost done writing it. It's a half hour long. And so I'm giving that song some very special treatment just because of it being a tribute to that particular individual. And Zarniver, thanks for that. I agree. I've worked very hard to get all of this together with the light show and everything. The lights are all pre-programmed, is not sound activated, so the lights will do the same thing every time I play the album. And the camera switches and everything. It's been a very interesting bit of setup through the last few years of doing this, but it's also just completely awesome because I love performing, but I'm a total introvert. Sarah and I are both massively introverted, and it's, when I do shows here, as much as I do enjoy interacting with an audience from the stage, it's nice to just be at home as an introvert. But more than that is I just come in here and turn all my stuff on and I'm ready to go. I don't got to lug around amplifiers and everything. All the gear is already in place and that makes it so pleasant to do these shows. It's freaking awesome. So I love the setup. Zarnier points out everything works great with the stream and Kick, so it shows how much you can do with the platform, and that is absolutely true. Let's see, Apprentice says, I was browsing streams and think, is Michael Keaton's badass guitar? Awesome, love it. Very cool, very cool. And thank you for the playing beautifully compliment. I've worked very hard at it for many, many years. I've been playing guitar for probably around 39 years now, 39, 40 years. So it's been a very, very long, very fun journey as a guitarist. I teach guitar for a living. I'm very fortunate with being able to do what I do for a living. So it's pretty awesome. Speaking of music, let's play some more. This next song is called Float Like a Rock. Looks like Rootman over on Kick has just discovered my custom icons for chat. You can spell all the letters for the Mad Poet are there in my Mad Poet logo styling. I like seeing that. That makes me feel pretty good, Rootman. Thanks. Francis, thanks so much. I'm going to throw my brakes gearing up just for a moment. I've only been going for about an hour and a half, but almost 2 hours, but I am out of water and I need more water. I'm going to be right back and then we're going to play another song. Hang tight. Jump into this, guys. The song is called You Have No Idea. It took me a moment on the WB there because I don't do a lot of internet talk. Welcome back. Like I said, I'm an airhead. But it's fun to be an airhead, so I'm going to continue to do it. That's the kind of guy that I am on Tuesday afternoon, even though it's Friday. I'm going to go through this next thing of water even quicker. Man. It's just super ghosty toasty in here. And the AC's going. And thanks for the congratulations there, Apprentice. Yeah, everything's going great. The music is set. To me, I'm still, and I wish I knew what to do as far as troubleshooting. I've tried a lot of things. I don't know if you guys, how much is coming through, but my guitar is cutting out during my leads. And so like sometimes the notes just, you don't hear them all of a sudden. It's so kind of distracting from my perspective. But other than that, yeah, I've stopped destroying my chat for the day, I think. So that makes me feel a little better. Definitely had a rough start to the show. Getting better here. More than halfway through. We got a bit left here, though. We're moving in on song number 4 of this album. I think there are 11 songs on this album. This is a little bit slower here. If you're playing along on your ocarinas or your piccolos or your urdus, grab those. Get ready for some G minor. This song is called, oh wait. Okay, so for the most part it's coming through great, but you're occasionally hearing the dropouts. That's Zarniver on kick. That makes sense. That makes sense. I just wish I could get that little bit. Like right now I can see. Now it's not going to do it because I'm playing and I'm trying to show you what's happening. Anyway. All right, here on Kick, had the odd glitch on Twitch, but nothing too bad. Okay, good to know. Very good to know. Thank you very much. But you know what? The title of this next song is perfect because it's called What Happened? while I was playing there, I was just kind of thinking of, streaming out to 15 different websites. And it's just interesting watching how things progress on different websites. I've got several regulars on YouTube. I've got a couple of semi-regulars on Twitch. I'm garnering a few regulars here on Kick. Facebook, people come in and out. Vaughn, I don't think I've had a comment on Vaughn.tv for probably over a year. I don't know if anyone's watched on there. Occasional people coming in on DLive. And like for a while, DLive was really popping off and I was getting a bunch of people there, and then that kind of dropped back down. LiveSpace is one of the more interesting because it's a beta program. And so I've been there since the very beginning of that, and their features are coming in better and better all the time. And that one I've got a lot of hope for as a platform. It's got some very cool stuff on it. And just kind of seeing the progress there and getting to know the community has been very cool. So yeah, it's just just thinking about all of how the different streaming apparati work. It's kind of fun stuff. All right. I haven't played this album for a while, so song to song, I'm just kind of seeing what comes up. We're going to keep the upbeat pace going here. This is called Bottom of the Hill. And just got a message here from Todd on LiveSpace. I was talking about the LiveSpace beta. Says that they are getting very close to opening up to everyone. We're opening up to the public. So that is awesome. So I would encourage people, if you're watching on other websites, go check out livespace.com, sign up for the to be on the list and get notified as soon as that goes public. And it's going to be very cool. So it's worth checking out, in my opinion. And like I said, I'm just very excited for the whole thing. So, Prentice, I think this is your first time here. I'm loving the energy you're getting from you. Totally awesome. Just been an awesome crowd today. I need water. And we all need a reason to bleed. Armadillo says, wow, this is really cool. Thank you very much, Armadillo, for being here and for liking what I've got going on. So we also got Big John Guitars, and I've got a new follow from Armadillo and from Big John Guitars. Thank you very much for the follows. Great to see you guys here. I believe you are both new to the show. And for those who are new to the show, I am the Mad Poet. You are an audience. We are the Mad Poet Society. And thank you for being here. Greatly appreciated. This is a pretty good representative of the type of thing that I do. Right now we are playing my 53rd album. The album is titled Partially Inexplicable. And I want you to know that someday we will all be in the burial chamber. All right. Whew, just kind of checking everything here, make sure everything's in order. I'm gonna fiddle with my chat. Hopefully I won't kill anything this time. For those who are coming a little later, the first about hour of my show, I was just like screwing up everything I touched with all my tech stuff. and I kept shutting off all of my chat windows, and it was absolutely hilarious. Okay. Okay, now that's interesting. That should have come up somewhere else, but this is all good. Okay, okay, we're good there. And because I'm streaming out to so many different sites, I kind of have to have checks against whether or not my combined chats are actually working, and am I getting the messages correctly, and this and that and the other, and it's all wonky and fun and mad poet stuff. So there you go. So we're in good shape here. Prentice says that they are mesmerized. Thank you very much. That is a great compliment. Very much appreciated. And yeah, like I said, I really appreciate. I've been having just an awesome bunch of people watching tonight. More people than usual, particularly in chat. So it's been a lot of fun. I just love doing this stuff. We're going to slow this down a little bit. This next song is going out to my friend Andy Gunn. Andy and I met a few years ago. He's a friend of Sarah's, and he made a film. I forget, oh man, every time I play this album, I get to this point, I'm like, I should find out what Andy's film is called so I can tell people to go see. It's kind of this comedy horror type thing, and it's absolutely a blast. And we met, he was doing a little kind of a premiere tour of it, and he was playing it at this little theater in Seattle that probably had about 40 seats, and just had this great vibe, and just so much fun. He's just a super cool guy. And so this song is going out to him. Andy, I don't know if you're watching out there today, but if you are, man, I hope you're doing great. Well, I hope you're doing great even if you're not watching. So, like I said, we're going to slow it down a little bit. If you're playing along on your harmonicas, on your slide whistles, on your guitars even. This is an F sharp minor. This is called Transcendental Intuition. All right. We're gonna pick the pace back up here. Oh yes, we are. One of the kind of fun things. Apprentice says, "I love all your songs, but thank you very much. There are a lot of them you can listen to out there if you are so inclined." Go to themadpoet.net for anyone who's inclined to hear more Mad Poet stuff. All of my albums are available to listen to for free. Every album is up there. Zarniver says, "So loving all this. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated." Apprentice asks, "What inspired me to get into the music?" That is a great question. And it's kind of a multifaceted story. So when I was 8 years old, I lived over in Western Washington. I live in Eastern Washington now. So I lived over in the western part of Washington in a city called, we lived in Lake Stevens, but the city people might know as Everett. So it's about 25, 30 miles north of Seattle. And there was a swap meet we would go to regularly. And so little 8-year-old Randy's walking around, and there's a few acoustic guitars for sale. And one of them says $10 on it. And I was like, that's cool. So I go to my dad, and I say, "Hey, there's guitar for $10. Could I get this?" Of course, I need to get money from my dad because I'm 8 years old. And he's like, "I'll tell you what, if you can talk him into selling you that guitar for $8, I'll let you get it." I'm like, "Okay." So I go back over, tell him what my dad said, tell him I'm 8 years old. He's like, "Yeah." And the guitar was probably worth 25 cents. It was no big deal to this guy. So I go back to my dad and I get the $8 and I go buy the guitar. And this is great because this story, probably just like 6 or 7 years ago, I heard my dad tell this story. And his side of it is a little bit different. And it's great because he's like, so here comes Randy. He says, "Hey, there's this guitar for $10. Can I get it?" And I only had $9 in my pocket. And I still needed to get a burger on the way to work tomorrow. So I told him if he could get it for $8, I would let him have it. And I would still have $1 left over to get a burger. Because back in the late 70s, you could still buy lunch for $1. And then here this kid comes and I got to give him $8. So I got $1 left. So his side of the story is pretty great. So I played for a few years and then I quit. And I quit because I had a guitar teacher who was just a total freaking jerk. I hated this guy. He's long since passed. He was a great musician. I'm going to change batteries while I talk. He was a great musician, but he was a terrible teacher. Terrible. And so then, at this point, I'd been playing for about 3-4 years, and my parents had bought for me this guitar. So that's the second guitar ever. I don't still have that first guitar. So this is a pretty cool guitar. It's a Giuliano Giovetti. So that, after I probably had that for 2 years when I quit, and it was sitting there so I could play if I wanted to. My parents always encouraged me if I wanted to. They never forced it on me. I have great parents. And so I didn't play for about 5 years. And then there was a bunch of us from high school. I was 17 years old. A bunch of us from high school are hanging out at our house. And this dude, Jeff, he brings over a guitar. It's, if I recall correctly, it was a silver, kind of a silver flake neck through body Jackson. Same brand. Hey, that's cool. I'm not positive. It's been many, many years. But, so we were kind of passing this guitar around, and I'll tell you, I'm pretty sure there was some sort of a little bug on that guitar, and it jumped off and bit me, and I have been freaking infected ever since. I got bit by the bug, and I have just loved playing ever since. So I got my guitar back out, got some new strings for it, tuned it up, and I went and I bought the tablature book for Master of Puppets by Metallica. And I started just the first 2 measures, that little intro to the song Battery. It took me about 2 weeks. And this was a really interesting aspect of my development because that took me 2 weeks, but the reason I went to Metallica was because I thought, oh, well, heavy metal, that's easy. Anyone can do that, right? So very naive. I didn't know at the time that that actually was not easy music. So I just approached it as, this is Metallica, this is easy, anyone can do this. So I didn't think that taking 2 weeks to to learn these few notes was hard. It's just like, oh, okay, this is what I'm doing. And then I've been playing for about another 6 months, and we had a bunch of people at the house again. And at this point, we're passing my guitar around. And what I would do a lot was I'd put in the cassette tape, because this was, a long time ago, put in the cassette tape and play along with it. So we got this little amp out, and I'm playing along to the song Master of Puppets. And I'm probably up in, the second verse or so, and everyone's just staring at me. And I stopped, I'm like, what am I playing? Am I playing it wrong? And they're like, how long have you been playing? I'm like, I played a bit as a kid, but I've been playing about 6 months. And they're like, dude, how can you do that? And I'm like, this is easy. This is freaking Metallica. And they're like, dude, no, that's really hard. And so I had to go investigate it. And I found out, yeah, okay, Metallica actually is considered pretty challenging music. But I had this mindset of this is easy, and I never questioned it. And so it just became easy. And it just, through that first year of my second time playing, it was just like, okay, I really like this. And the novelty of it has never worn off for me. I was talking about this yesterday, how, a lot of times, you get into a new hobby, a new job, or a new whatever, and at first it's novel and it's fun and it's exciting and all of that. And then at some point it becomes a grind. But for me, the novelty just never wore off. And to this day, I pick up a guitar and it's like, yeah, this is awesome. It could be an acoustic guitar, electric guitar, classical guitar. I don't even care. It just feels right to me to have a guitar now. And it's funny because sometimes I'll do a Zoom meet up with one of my friends back in Western Washington. We've been living over here for about 3.5 years now. And I'll do the whole thing with a guitar in my lap and not even know it's there. Because I'm just so comfortable holding a guitar. Zarniver said, yeah, when it's fun, it isn't work, and it makes a huge, and that's totally true. And that's, when I go out for my runs, it's the same thing. I just really enjoy running. And it is for my health, but from another perspective, it's just because I'm having a freaking blast doing it, So, yeah, things like exercising and guitar playing, to me, I never schedule time to practice exercise because those are things that I just really enjoy doing. And it's very fortunate. I do, like I said, I teach guitar for a living. So I'm just extremely fortunate that I actually get to do something for a living that I enjoy this much. And, obviously I've built this up a lot. As I've also mentioned in previous streams, you guys aren't even seeing the cool half of the room. You guys are seeing the performance half of the room. And then all my really cool stuff is over here. This is my recording desk. And I've got 4 computer monitors and speakers and my cameras and everything. This is where the magic happens, the part you guys can't see. And so, yeah, I'm looking at the cool stuff and you guys are looking at the performance stuff. Not that this part isn't cool. That stuff is all very cool. But yeah, it's a total blast. So that's my guitar coming of age story. It's a great question. I haven't gotten that one very many times. So I love telling that. You know what else I like doing? I like playing guitar. I know it's a big surprise at this point. Let's do a little of that. We got 3 songs left here today. This is a nice upbeat piece. This one is called I've Been Looking for You. That's weird. That should have been a fresh pack of batteries. And they just went dead while I was talking. Wait, yeah, because I just put those in. I'll bet I put in a dead set of batteries. Okay. Okay. Break screen's going up. Be back in just a moment. I've got more batteries charging next door, next room. Be right back. right there, kids. All right. Okay, I think we're in order. Let me make sure we're set here. Let's try this again. I've been looking for you. Happiness equals 159 arpeggios. I do love 9 chords. For the non-music theory nerds out there, what Big John Guitars is referring to is the way that we work with chord nomenclature is you have 7 notes in a scale, which are then repeated in different octaves, and we number them 1 through 7. And so a normal chord is the first note, the third note, and the fifth note of a scale. And when we play the first note, the fifth note, and the ninth note, it's an awesome sound. And when he says arpeggios, he's talking about playing those notes one at a time like that. Love 9 chords. They're awesome. I've used those in a lot of places. Yeah, 9s are great. Minor 9s are tougher to make work. But they can be very cool when done well. That's kind of a cool little riff there. So yeah, normally we're using what's known as a major 9, but the minor 9s are also awesome. I'm a fan of 9s. I'm a big fan of 9s. And I know we've got some new people out in the audience here, so you don't know what's about to happen. But my regulars do. They know what's about to happen. Because ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the G sharp minor portion of the show. You are welcome. Now that we got you all hyped up, we're going to slow it down a bit. This song is called The Goddess of the Sky. Did I get another raid? Whoa! Awesome! A raid from... What we got going on here? Tom Hansen. Oh, Tom Hansen. Hey, you followed a few days ago. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, Raiders, to the Mad Poet Show. Oh, so I got a little dilemma now. Okay, let me go back. Big John Guitars. I noticed that you are definitely a music theory geek, pointing out the relative Lydian, E Lydian to the G sharp minor. That is awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you, Crew GZ, for the new follow, and of course, welcome all Raiders. So I was only planning on doing one more song tonight, but I think I'm going to do more than that because we got a bunch of people. So I need to be done in about a half hour. But I think we're going to keep playing more music. If we got people coming in, I'm totally digging this. This has been freaking awesome. So I'm actually going to play this last song. So right now, for the new people, we are playing my 53rd album. It is titled Partially Inexplicable. I've only got one song left on that, but I think I'm going to flip back over to my 21st album and play a couple of songs off of that for you guys because I just appreciate you being here and I've been totally having a blast. It's been kind of a technical issues show, but we've worked through most of that. You may notice at times my guitar is cutting out, my wireless system. I've been having trouble with it for a little while, but that's part of the game. So yeah, we're gonna flip back over, I think, and do some more music for you guys because I've never been rated 3 times in a show before, which this is totally awesome. I am just totally loving Kick.com. I've been on Twitch for over 3 years, and I think I've probably been rated like a dozen times total on that platform. So Kick has been friggin' awesome. Totally digging it. Thank you again to my new followers, to my 2 or 3 different raiders. This has been awesome. All my chatters and everyone's been an absolute blast. Let's play this song, and then we're gonna flip back over and we're gonna play a little more off my 21st album. Just keep this going for a little while longer because this has been a freaking blast. All right, this song is called Excessive Focus. Shadow Dread. Awesome username. Shadow Dread 1981. Thank you very much for the follow and for being here. Totally digging this. And so I'm just trying to decide. So we played my 21st album earlier. I'm thinking I might actually flip over. Let's do some stuff we haven't played yet today. I'm gonna load up another album here. I think I'm gonna load up my 48th album. I feel like that would be a good one to play a couple songs off of. The only problem is, I'm gonna try this. This may take a moment. I may have to shut this down manually. Yeah. Okay, now you should have me back. My apologies. I forgot that when I shut off that program, it was going to shut off my vocals. But we are back. And let's get the sheet music loading up here. And yeah, welcome back, microphone. And Shadow Dread, yes, I was saying hello. Glad you're here. So we're switching over to a new album now, or an old album for me. Well, it's not so much that it resets, it's that I actually run everything that's happening here, the lights, the camera changing, the microphone, the guitar, the backing tracks is all being run through a recording program. And so I had to shut the recording program off to bring this new album up, because I wasn't prepped for it in advance, basically. So that, and I should have recognized that was going to shut my microphone off. That's totally on me. The calm before the storm, baby. Yeah, I think I got things working now. And I'm just going to give this a moment to load up everything. I got to make a couple of little changes to my volumes and unmute a track to make sure this is going to be what we want. So I need that unmuted. I need, excuse me, this turned up. And if I've done everything right, which sometimes happens, we'll be in good shape. Oh, and I just noticed that LTAM 5, I may be mispronouncing that, apologies. But I just noticed that that's another follower on Kick. I have got I think I've got 12 new followers or something on Kick today. This is so cool. I am totally digging it. You guys are freaking awesome. And okay, I think we are in shape here. So I just pulled up my 48th album. It is titled Murder Terminology. Let's get to rocking here. This first song is called Dark Intent. ATP Jaco 13 coming in from LiveSpace. Hey, ATP, last night I was on your stream and I wanted to let you know I threw in a chat and I don't know if your chat was working. It seemed like you weren't seeing the LiveSpace chat, so just wanted you to know about that. But your stream seemed really cool. And also you discovered my the new icons on there. Very cool stuff. And we got, oh man, I am getting so many new followers today. This is freaking amazing. Nils Guitarist, can't quite see it. Apologies for the usernames. Nils Guitarist on Kick.com, Matt Kerfield on Kick.com, Adra the Metal, oh, awesome username, Adra the Metal Outlaw, digging it, and Debbie S, all from Kick.com. That is so cool. Thank you so much for being here. I just got totally lucky. I got a raid just before I was about to end the show, so I loaded up some new music, and I'm just seeing that I've got a rogue light here, so I'm going to call in the lighting crew, which is me. We're going to go fix that. I'll be right back. All right, lights are in order. Came over with Tom, loving this. Thank you very much, Debbie. I appreciate that. And again, of course, thank you very much to my raiders. I had the Tom Hansen raided, and oh gosh, I'm already not able to remember all the names. Had a raid from actually Code on the raids. This has been just super cool. Matt Kerfield, great programming on the light and cameras. Thank you very much. Yeah, I love my light shows. Programming lights is the single most boring aspect of anything I do with my music. It's totally worth the outcome. But when I program my lights, it's actually, I do it on sheet music, and the lights don't get triggered when I program them. It's just I put in notes for where I want the lights to turn on and off, and that's it. And it's just the most totally boring thing, but the output is so cool. I totally dig this stuff. Let's see. Okay, so ATP Jaco said, oh, apologies. I did not hear you say that. Yeah, I'm not sure, ATP. And it's also possible that you may have seen it a few minutes afterward and I went to get a drink of water or something and we just missed each other. That does happen. So, and for those who are not following all of the chatting that's going on, I'm streaming out to 15 different websites. YouTube, Facebook, LiveSpace, Trovo, DLive, Kick, Twitch, a different Facebook, Nino, Nomo, Vaughn TV, Picardo, Africa. It's just all over the place, and it's a freaking crazy mess of a blast in here. and it's just complete chaos in my mind, and that's just kind of my life, and I totally dig it. So, okay, I've only got time, maybe 2 more songs. So let's see what we got here. Let's pick out. I'm gonna play a couple of nice kicking pieces here. Oh, the Winter of Terror is kind of cool. I know I'm going to end with Hatred Grows Too Slowly tonight. Let's do the Altar of Madness. And I still got vocals. Oh, I just screwed something up. No, okay. I think we're in the right place. MIDI change. Yes, I do all of the cameras and lights with MIDI. That is correct. Absolutely. So I want to do Altar. What's the one after Altar of Madness? Forsaken Soul? Let's try. Normally I just play straight through the album, but I don't have. Unfortunately, I would totally keep playing, but I have a student coming in at 7 o'clock, which is in about a little over 20 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I want to do Forsaken Soul, and then we're going to do Hatred Grows Too Slowly. Okay. And yeah, ATP, yeah, apologies if we just missed each other. It's all cool. It's awesome. I'm totally digging Live Space. It's in beta. They're about to go public. It's a great place. And just, I'm just like, Kick.com is just like blowing my mind today. 15, I'm not sure what the reference is on 15, Tom Hansen. Let me know. Oh, and Debbie just followed on Twitch.com. Thank you very much for the follow. I'm guessing that is probably the same Debbie, but if it's a different Debbie, or if it's the same Debbie, well, thank you either way. I appreciate it, no matter where you're coming in from. Awesome stuff. Let's get this going. This is a pretty synth-heavy piece. It's a pretty heavy piece. Let's just play it for you and see what you guys think. This is called Forsaken Soul. It's not working. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Try this again. All right, so I'm just like, from all the new followers and madness today, this has been freaking so awesome. I got ATP Jaco 13 came over from Livespace, followed me on Kick. Moon 3, new follower on Kick. Also, thank you very much for being here. We got some chats to read through. Let's see. Oh, yes, 15 different streaming sites. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I'm streaming to 15 sites. It is insane. A lot of them don't have anyone watching. Some people sometimes are in and out, so, but it is a lot to track. Oh, and it was the same Debbie on both. You spent some time on Twitch. Awesome. Moon 3, thank you very much. Play that new Uzi Rock. So, Moon 3, so I'm doing all originals. And the way I'm set up here is I just play my own albums. Everything is kind of pre-programmed for the show. I can switch to another album or whatever here and there. But I have been working toward a cover tune night. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, but the most requested piece I get is Tornado of Souls by Megadeth, which is my favorite Megadeth album. And so I've been working on that. We'll see where that goes. For the time being, basically it's really hard for me to just switch to a requested song. So even if you requested one, like if you said, hey, play Fistful of Light from Incomprehensible Isolation, that's my own work. We would actually take a bit to switch over to that. So switching song by song is kind of tough, unfortunately. But nonetheless, I do appreciate you being here, and I hope you like my original material. Thank you very much, everyone, for following. So ATP Jacob also followed on Twitch. Awesome. Very cool. And so I got you on Kick and Twitch. Very, very cool. Okay. I totally wish I could keep this stream going. I've only got time for one more song because, as I said, I do have a student coming. I teach music for a living, which is just the coolest of all possible jobs I could ever have. I am very fortunate in many ways to be able to do what I do. So we're going to play one more song here off of my 48th album to end out the night. This is a good song to end the night on. This is thank you very much, Jacob. I appreciate that. This song is called Hatred Grows Too Slowly. All right, I got like 5 minutes to switch over to teaching mode. And Apprentice, has been an amazing journey. Thank you so much. Love your music. Wish you the best success here and everywhere. Thank you very much. I also wish to success to all of you guys. Jaco, did my message go through? It appears to have, yes, on Kick.com. And if I missed any chats, my apologies, but thank you again so much to my raters on Kick. This has been awesome. Thanks to all my viewers, new viewers, old viewers, living viewers, dead viewers, whatever. I hope you enjoyed watching, listening, smelling my show for the last time. I am the Mad Poet. You are an audience. We are the Mad Poet Society. Go to themadpoet.net for more. I will be back soon. I stream often. I did not see your thing about being a teacher, Jaco. No. Apologies. So that one did not come through. Let me know another time. I do got to get going. I'm down to 4 minutes before I got to be teaching. Until the next time, I will probably be streaming tomorrow, most likely. Tune back in, please. I'm looking forward to seeing you all again. Until the next time, I will see you on the other side.